Hi there, it's Lisa Balachi St. Romain here on our second Sunday of Ordinary Time with our second reading. And so this is from the letter of St. Paul to the Corinthians, the first letter, and we will be doing this letter multiple times. We'll follow this letter through. It has pretty much nothing to do with the first reading and the gospel. But this is a wonderful reading, appropriate now. Your Lector workbook says, First century Corinth was a bustling trade city with a diverse population. The Christian community itself was quite diverse as well, and some members thought of themselves as better or more enlightened than others, in part because they possessed spiritual gifts. In our culture, I believe this is still going on, maybe not because of spiritual gifts, but because of material gifts or education. So I think this has something to say to the listeners, and that it's very important for us here to talk about, okay, that the gifts that we have, spiritual gifts or material gifts or service. So as we read through this, think about how applicable it is for today, right? So, brothers and sisters, oh my goodness, and your eye contact as you include and as you help this poem, this poetry expression happen, okay? So, brothers and sisters, you make eye contact with males and females at that point. There are different kinds of spiritual gifts, but the same Spirit. There are different forms of service, looking at somebody else over here, but the same Lord looking at somebody else over there. There are different workings, but the same God who produces all of them. Let your voice and your eyes take in everybody. All of them in everyone. Okay? That's the point. And to each individual, the manifestation of the Spirit is given for some benefit. It's not for our glory, it's for the benefit of for the common good, right? It doesn't say for the benefit of the community, but that's what's going on, for the common good. So here is a delineation. To one is given the spirit of expression of wit. To one is, wow, let's start that one over again. To one is given through the Spirit the expression of wisdom, to another the expression of knowledge according to the same Spirit, to another faith by the same Spirit, to another gifts of healing by the one Spirit. So all of these, to another, to another, to another, to another, to another, find a different person to look at throughout the church, okay? To another, faith. To another, and then by the same Spirit, we go to a different place. To another, gifts of healing by the one Spirit. So we're including everyone as we specifically look in a different place. To another, mighty deeds. To another, prophecy. Think about, so your voice is changing as you change. So I did mighty deeds with my strong voice. Prophecy, something surprising will show up. Discernment of spirits, that's a different voice. Varieties of tongues, so that's speaking in tongues, right? And to another, interpretation of tongues. So these are still things that happen in our Christian churches today. But one and the same Spirit produces all of these. Let your voice stretch out. Distributing them individually, take your time as you read that, to each person as he wishes. Okay, so it's a familiar reading, but you make it new as you use the poetry and your eye contact. Okay, God bless you. Practice aloud.